It's the first day of release at the time of this recording, and if y'all didn't stay up till 4 a.m. like me and my homies making it to work late to understand these mechanics, man, then this is the video for you. As the title suggests, we're going to be breaking down the combat system in Bleach Rebirth of Souls. With it being such a fresh and newly released game with some unfamiliar mechanics, I know there's some Soul Reapers out there looking for some assistance. With that being said, let's hop straight into this combat system. Now, with this new combat system, it's something new to the anime arena fighter community, and in no way, shape, or form is it a bad system. It gives players the chance to fight back no matter the circumstances.
Nice.
I low-key think it hit the nail with this one. I am not gonna lie to y'all, but y'all let me know on that one how y'all feel about it. It's now time for the new and improved Bleach Rebirth of Souls combat system. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell, man. Let's get into it. You might want to get your notepads and notebooks out, gang, because there's a lot of breaking down in this one. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, with that being said, what's this new system, you may ask? Well, with this new system, they offered a rock, paper, scissors method, and that's the system, the RPS system. And to make sense of this, I made a pretty decent visual, I like to say myself. But honestly, to be frank with you, it's a pretty simple combat system that can get very competitive, very fast paced, and actually require high skill on both sides. Introduce this into their gameplay. So as it looks like how scissors beat paper, everybody knows how rock, paper, scissors works. Scissors beat paper, paper beats rock, rock beats scissors, right? So with the format I use, let's replace rock, paper, and scissors with the respective battle categories. Now this is what it should look like in rebirth terms. So that means a breaker beats guarding, guarding then attacking beats basic attacking, and finally basic attacking beats breaking. It's a lot of words, but it's really simple in words, but a whole nother level in the playing field, I promise you. I'm gonna give y'all the Yoruichi explanations for these now, then I'll show you and explain how to add that to the playing field in the rest of this video. With that being said, the first thing Yoruichi tells us is breakers. Press R1 to use the breaker, and breakers cannot be guarded and create huge openings when they land. But if you and your opponents use it at the same time, you activate a breaker parry, which is like a breaker clash. Next on Master Yoruichi's list is guard. Pressing R1 to guard. It's so simple. This lets you defend against enemy attacks until the guard gauge is exhausted. And just to add, the guard gauge isn't weak at all. Finally, basic / flash attacking. Pressing square 3 times leads to a speedy combo attack with short range. Landing the first 3 hits to recover a lot of spiritual pressure. Press triangle 2 times leads to a powerful attack with long range. It comes out slow, so timing is key. Please be sure to remember this for a later on reference so we can elaborate and explain it a little bit better. You got your notepads and textbooks out, gang? Because we're about to break down every nook and cranny in my gameplay to help you fully understand what Bleach Rebirth of Souls combat is all about. Let me explain how RPS plays a role in the combo system. So with the end of a combo comes a resting point between both characters. During this time you can rush your opponent down, and depending on what both players decide to do when they clash between a breaker, guard, or basic attacking, wins the clash and can either stop their opponent dead in their tracks and punish them, or get punished themselves with an extended combo. So that's where the analogy of rock, paper, scissors comes from, because whenever you meet up for the clash, depending on what you throw out, a guard, a breaker, or a basic attack, wins you that clash and wins you that punishment. Now of the 3, let's begin with breaker. Some say this is the key to success, and I agree entirely, but it's also a double-edged sword. The main function of breaker is to break your opponent's guard, which I ain't gonna lie can cause for some mean mix-ups. For instance, when you're about to reach the end of 3 squares or the 2 triangles, using breaker at the perfect time could leave your opponent thinking you're about to swing or attack again, but little do they know you're going in for the guard break. In addition, instead of hitting a normal breaker, you can hold down your breaker button and activate a dashing breaker. You can also sidestep or hold X just before pressing the breaker button to activate. But be very careful popping this, because when you activate a breaker, your character highlights light pink / purple. giving the opponent a hint you're going in for the breaker. A smart opponent won't let this happen, so try to mix in some dashes and guarding into your combos. Mixing the enemy is very, I cannot stress this enough, very important. You hear me? Very important, alright? For the next section, we're going to talk about guarding, which isn't nothing too crazy, but it's involved in a triangle. Primarily, it's used for canceling dashes and blocking, of course. But I'm not going to lie, blocking is a key factor that you need to get used to, because blocking can save your life with a lot of these sorcerers, thinking about Jujutsu Kaisen. A lot of these Soul Reapers, arrancars, quinces, abilities, and you can block them if you're on your toes and not dashing in all willy-nilly trying to get the combos. And you know, you got to be on your toes, and mixing in these three of the triangle is very important. But I'm not just square and triangle. Mixing these three of the breaker, guard, and basic attacking is very important to the game. Please. And last but sure as hell not least, basic flipping attacking. And I'm not gonna lie, it's exactly as it sounds, but to be frank, it's my favorite part of the triangle. And the easiest way to get a simple 10 plus combo, depending on your character of course, and you need to get in the lab depending on your character and fix this up and learn yourself, I'm not gonna lie. But the best ones for me is by pressing square 2 times and following with the 2 triangles. It's very simple combo. And you can follow it up with the R2 move. My buttons are switched, so it's probably L2 for you. Or you can follow up with a keycon move, which is L2 for me, but R2 probably for you, which is the highlighted red. If you've switched your buttons over and can't remember, it's the highlighted red move, or the abilities that your character has. It's a very simple combo system, but as y'all can tell, the RPS method can continue those and make some pretty unique ones. I'm not gonna lie to you, and they come out pretty crispy and make you pretty satisfied, if I do say so myself. But be very wary, gang, because attacking your opponent with the same reset combo can get you countered very easily if they pay attention and have a high enough spiritual pressure. And that's not game related at all in any way, shape, or means. That's solely just saying they know how to fight. So mixing it up is vital and very necessary if you truly want to have fun with this game and catch your opponent lacking. With that being said, I hope this helped y'all as much as it helped my friends and me. If it did and you don't mind showing appreciation, then join the guild, man. Drop a like and make sure you hit that sub button. And we'll be having more Bleach Rebirth of Souls content on the way, so stay tuned for that. And with that being said, peace! P.S. I'm just throwing some little gameplay in there for y'all to enjoy. Y'all can tune out if y'all want to now, but yeah, I go hard. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, you fight me first. I'm trying to get this shit over with. No, like I'm trying to do something. Hold on, I'm fighting this one nigga right now. I was only gonna fight him 2 times, and Bully said something about you, and I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even might get back, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
losing.
don't be worried. It isn't lethal or anything. Let's just say that it will make you superhuman.
Believe that.
Now,
That nigga hit me with the
well,
poyon. Nigga hit me
I
with the
hope that you will
poyon.
enjoy the next 100 years.
Yeah. That's cool though. Yeah. Ooh, that should have hit. Bun guy! Armor on, nigga! Get here with the kaplooey! Alright, I'm gonna play one more game. Y'all swerve. And I gotta beat up on this young nigga. What's up?